All right, welcome back. As we've been saying, today is the beginning of the South African Communist Party's 14th elective conference taking place in Boksburg in Gauteng. Let us cross once again to our reporter, Eldrin St. Pierre. Eldrin, it's over to you.
Well, good morning. We still continue here at the SACP's Congress, which is taking place here in Boksburg, as we expect new leadership of the party to be elected. But quite a host of different other issues we expect to be highlighted here. And right now I'm joined by the spokesperson of the SACP, Alex Mashilo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Just a quick one in terms of expectations. You did say that about 1,800 delegates will form part of this Congress.
Today we will be officially opening the Congress. SACP National Chairperson Senzeni Zokwana will deliver the official opening address. Following that, we will be having a tribute to all fallen heroes since our 12th National Congress held in 2012. And the General Secretary, Bledin Zimande, will deliver the political report that would effectively have kick-started the Congress on a very serious note.
Well, I actually saw yesterday, he sounded a bit ill. This is the General Secretary, so he will be making it this morning.
He will be making it this morning. We tried to do our best in giving him sufficient time to rest. He had a bout of flu. We hope that he will be in a better shape this morning than yesterday.
Let's quickly speak about the decision that the SACP has taken, which Soli Mapaila also raised yesterday, and that's a decision to have the academics who wrote the report on state capture, as well as the South African Council of Churches, to come and give a presentation on the documents or the dossiers that they have in their possession. Why was it so important for the party?
You will remember that the SACP is the one that introduced the perspective that we had a problem in our country of corporate state capture. We have since acted as the vanguard of the movement to dislodge corporate state capture. And we welcome the fact that other players have come on board, expressed their consent, and implemented their own measures to assist us in this regard as a country and not as the SACP. We have done so because we recognize the role that they are playing in bringing to an end this problem.
Do you at all think that these documents find resonance within the ANC, which is of course the governing party? One would have expected that the ANC would take action on this, and I remember it was the last NEC meeting where it was just mentioned that the report will be mentioned, but it was not on the agenda per se.
Unfortunately, we are not in a position to speak on behalf of the ANC. What we can say is that they do find resonance in the ranks of the SACP, which is why we have created a platform for those reports to be presented.
A decision that the party has taken as well is that it would be undesirable to have President Jacob Zuma deliver a message of support on behalf of the ANC. It's the first time that this is happening. What does this mean for the alliance? What does it mean for the relationship that the SACP has with the ANC? Also taking into consideration how the MKMVA has reacted to this decision that's taken by the SACP.
It is a process issue. You will remember that the SACP took a decision in March that it was time for the president to resign. We communicated that decision to the ANC and indicated that we were available for a meeting to engage on that decision. Over and above that, we requested that an Alliance Political Council be convened to discuss, amongst others, that matter. The Alliance Political Council was unfortunately postponed by the ANC early June, and we have written an organizational report to this Congress stating that since we took that decision, we were unable to meet with the leadership of the ANC, and it would have been to bypass the process to allow the president to be the one to present the ANC's message of support, while we have a report to the Congress that we were unable to meet with the ANC over a decision we have taken relating to his continuing as the President of the Republic.
After the cabinet reshuffle, the SACP had its Politburo that sat down, and you had various discussions that were taking place. And one of the outcomes that people looked at was whether the SACP was being hypocritical, considering that it has no confidence in the leader of the state, the number one citizen being President Jacob Zuma, yet it has cabinet members, it has members of the SACP who serve under this very same person who they have no confidence in. Should this Congress perhaps also discuss the role that the SACP plays in terms of being cabinet members when they have no confidence in the leader of the executive?
Ours is not a presidential electoral system, it is a party political electoral system. The ANC stands for elections not only for its own members, it is a leading organization in our alliance. We campaign for it. This is an ANC-led government, and when we are serving in government, we do so to serve the people of South Africa as a whole, under the leadership, of course, of the ANC. This Congress will discuss all matters. Nothing will be left not discussed by this Congress, but we must make it very clear that the ANC is the leader of the alliance. We campaigned for this government. We are serving in a government we campaigned for.
Well, that government is being led by Jacob Zuma, who you have no confidence in.
It is being led by Jacob Zuma, who is the president of the African National Congress, the African National Congress that we campaign for to win the elections. You will respect the fact that President Jacob Zuma did not stand for elections as an individual.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for that, Alex Mashilo, the spokesperson of the SACP, as we are covering the Congress of the SACP that will be taking place here in Birchwood over the next 5 days. We'll be bringing you various other guests as well as we unpack the state of not only the alliance but also the SACP as well, and whether its relevance in the 20th century in South Africa as it stands in this capitalist system. It's back to you in studio.